Some life hacks save time. These ones saved us the trouble of believing in humanity. 1. The DIY electric chair. A man in Texas decided to hack his old office chair by attaching a car battery to make it massage his back. No insulation, no plan, just raw confidence and jumper cables. He flipped the switch, got a full-body jolt, and launched himself backward through a drywall partition. When the paramedics asked what happened, he said, "I was upgrading." The only thing upgraded was his appreciation for electricians. 2. The vacuum weight loss plan. One woman went viral for claiming you could suck out stomach fat with a vacuum hose. She wrapped it around her waist, turned it on, and promptly passed out. When doctors revived her, she proudly said, "It worked. I feel lighter." That's because she'd lost consciousness and a fair amount of dignity. The only thing she actually vacuumed up was her will to live. 3. The candle oven hack. A survival blogger thought he'd revolutionized off-grid cooking by baking bread inside his car using just 47 tea light candles. What he got instead was a melted dashboard, half-baked dough, and a full-blown insurance claim. When fire crews arrived, he tried to call it an experiment in alternative energy. The report called it arson by optimism. 4. The plastic bag oxygen mask. A self-proclaimed life hacker on TikTok tried to demonstrate how to stay calm during panic attacks by breathing into a plastic grocery bag, not a paper one, plastic. He said it helps recycle your air, which, scientifically speaking, it did, for about 30 seconds. Then he passed out live on camera. The video got millions of views and thousands of comments, mostly from people saying, "Bro literally invented asphyxiation." He later uploaded a follow-up, calling it a learning experience. The only thing he learned was how long it takes paramedics to kick down a door. 5. The microwave hair treatment. A college student tried to save money on salon visits by heating hair oil in the microwave while it was already on her head. She figured it would speed up absorption. It did, straight into second-degree burns. Her TikTok ended with the caption, "Send aloe." When she went to the ER, she told doctors she was just following a natural method. They agreed. Nature does have a way of punishing stupidity. Her scalp survived, her pride didn't. Now she's the unofficial mascot of Darwin University. 6. The homemade jetpack. An amateur inventor thought he could make a budget jetpack using 2 leaf blowers, a backpack, and hope. He strapped them to his arms, shouted, "For science!" and pulled both triggers. The good news? It worked. The bad news? It worked once. He shot 3 feet into the air before the engines rotated backward, launching him face first into his fence. He stood up, bleeding but proud, yelling, "It just needs more thrust!" His neighbors called it stupidity. He called it version 1. Somewhere in a physics textbook, Newton quietly deleted his account. 7. The fork in the toaster hack. A guy online decided he was tired of burnt bagels, so he posted a quick fix. Just stick a metal fork in the toaster while it's still on to pull them out faster. He demonstrated it once, just once. The resulting spark show could have powered a small concert. His kitchen circuit blew, his hair turned into a live-action anime, and his toaster caught fire in protest. When firefighters arrived, he tried to justify it by saying, "I was grounded." They replied, "Not anymore." 8. The homemade sauna catastrophe. Everyone loves a good sweat, but one guy from Minnesota decided that gym memberships were a scam. So he built a DIY sauna inside his garden shed, using a space heater, some plastic sheets, and an optimistic YouTube tutorial. He sealed himself inside, ready to detox naturally. 15 minutes later, the neighbors saw smoke and called the fire department. They found him sitting shirtless in what looked like a melted IKEA nightmare. When asked what went wrong, he said, "I think I over-insulated." Translation: he invented the world's first human crockpot. The only thing he successfully steamed was himself. 9. The buttered floor slip-proof hack. A woman tried to show her followers how to make a non-stick kitchen floor by rubbing butter on tiles to repel dirt. You read that right. She greased her floor. Within minutes, she slipped, took the camera stand down with her, and created a slapstick masterpiece viewed 40 million times. Her comment section was filled with culinary advice like, "Try olive oil next time," and "That's one way to tenderize yourself." She claimed it worked, though her floor was spotless afterward. mostly because the EMTs mopped it with antiseptic. 10. The toothpaste vision trick. Some wellness influencer claimed toothpaste under your eyes could instantly reduce puffiness. Thousands tried it. The result? Thousands of people looking like raccoons who'd lost a paintball match. One guy took it a step further. He used whitening toothpaste, reasoning it would brighten his under eyes. Within minutes, his skin started burning like a chemical experiment gone rogue. He ended up in urgent care, explaining he was just trying to look refreshed. The nurse said, "Congratulations, you look enlightened." He learned the hard way that Colgate is for cavities, not confidence. 11. The gasoline anthill solution. An outdoor enthusiast decided to get rid of an anthill in his yard using the power of science. And by science, he meant fire. He poured gasoline on it and lit a match, expecting a satisfying puff of smoke. Instead, the flames followed the gas trail right back to his garage, turning his lawn into a suburban fireworks display. He tried to defend his method online, saying, "At least there are no more ants." True, also no more lawn, fence, or eyebrows. He successfully upgraded his problem from pests to arson investigation. 12. The blender smoothie shortcut. You've heard of multitasking. Now meet the guy who tried to redefine it. He wanted to make a protein smoothie while driving to work, so he plugged his blender into his car's cigarette lighter socket. It didn't fit, so naturally he taped it in place. When he hit blend, his car dashboard flickered, the engine stalled, and the airbag deployed directly into the blender. He survived, but his car looked like it lost a food fight with a banana. His takeaway? Next time I'll get a stronger fuse. No, buddy. Next time, get breakfast like a normal person. 13. The homemade tooth repair kit. Some people fear the dentist. Others go to war with dentistry itself. A man in Ohio decided he could fix his cracked molar with household glue, specifically super glue. He reasoned that if it holds broken mugs, it can hold teeth. 10 minutes later, his jaw was sealed shut like a toddler's craft project. His wife had to drive him to the ER while he tried to mumble through clenched teeth. "Ich tempo, rarely." The doctor called it the most permanent temporary fix he'd ever seen. The man later posted an update titled, "Don't try dentistry at home." Too late, champ. You already gentrified your own mouth. 14. The deep fryer foot spa. A wellness blogger wanted to open her pores and claimed that hot oil was better than steam. So she filled a deep fryer, dipped her feet in, and filmed it for content. She screamed loud enough to make Gordon Ramsay retire. She ended up with third-degree burns and an online fan base that dubbed her Crispy Toes. When doctors asked why she did it, she said it was supposed to be therapeutic. Oh, it was. For dermatologists everywhere who got a lifetime of new patients from copycats. The moral, when someone says, "deep fry your stress," it's a metaphor. 15. The ceiling fan. Drying hack laundry too slow? No problem. One genius decided to tie his wet shirts to his ceiling fan to speed dry them. He hit the switch and immediately created a spinning tornado of wet denim, hangers, and panic. One shirt wrapped around the fan, the rest launched across the room like ninja stars. When the chaos ended, his living room looked like a laundromat hit by a hurricane. His comment afterward? It kinda worked. Sure, if your goal was to install a built-in slapstick generator. 16. The phone in the oven trick. A guy's phone got wet, and instead of using rice like a normal person, he decided to bake it dry. He preheated the oven to 200 degrees, placed his phone inside, and waited 10 minutes. The good news? The phone was dry. The bad news? It was also goo. When it started melting, he panicked and grabbed it barehanded, adding second-degree burns to his list of notifications. He later posted, "Good news, my oven works great." Yeah, and so does Darwinism. 17. The homemade tattoo gun. Some people pay professionals. Others believe YouTube University is just as good. One guy built his own tattoo gun using a toothbrush motor, a sewing needle, and ink from a pen. His first design was supposed to be a lion. It came out looking like Garfield having a seizure. When the skin around it turned red and swollen, he Googled, "Why does my tattoo hurt?" By the next day, he was in the hospital with a full-blown infection and an ego that needed stronger antibiotics. He said, "I wanted to express myself." He did, mostly in pus. 18. The light bulb heating hack. Energy bills were high, so a man in Canada tried to heat his bedroom with light bulbs, dozens of them. He unscrewed every fixture in his house, hung bulbs from coat hangers, and plugged them all into one overloaded power strip. Within minutes, his room looked like a low-budget interrogation chamber, right before the entire circuit exploded. Firefighters later said it was technically bright, just not intelligent. He defended himself, saying, "It worked until it didn't." That's also how volcanoes work, buddy. 19. The nail polish gas mask. A woman during the pandemic wanted to protect herself from toxic air. Instead of buying a mask, she smeared her face with clear nail polish, claiming it would seal the pores. Within minutes, she couldn't move her mouth or eyebrows. Basically, she'd turned herself into a budget mannequin. When she finally went to the hospital, the nurse had to peel the hardened layer off her skin like wallpaper. Her excuse? TikTok said it's antibacterial. Maybe if the bacteria die laughing. She ended up fine but shiny enough to be used as a reflective safety cone. 20. The dishwasher chicken hack. You've heard of cooking with gas, now meet the woman who cooked with soap. She read online that you could poach chicken in your dishwasher by sealing it in foil and running a cycle. She didn't seal it properly. By the time the rinse finished, her kitchen smelled like a wet poultry car wash. Her dinner came out pink, soggy, and lemon-scented, but not from seasoning. When her husband refused to eat it, she said, "You just don't understand innovation." He said, "You just made salmonella high efficiency." It's the only time finger-licking clean became a hospital visit. 21. The 5-minute energy nap hack. A man read that napping with your head in the freezer could help you wake up faster. His reasoning: if cold showers help, why not cold air? He set a timer, laid his head inside his chest freezer, and, you guessed it, fell asleep. His roommate found him 40 minutes later, frozen pizza box under his cheek like a pillow. Miraculously, he survived with only mild frostbite and a new nickname, Popsicle Paul. He later said, "It worked. I feel awake." Sure, Paul, because your nervous system is still rebooting. 22. The caffeine boost enema. Yes, this one's real. A wellness blogger once claimed caffeine works faster and purer if absorbed through, well, the back entrance. She tried it live on camera using lukewarm coffee and a turkey baster. She described it as energizing. The ER report described it as burn trauma. Doctors warned it could have killed her. Her response? It's not for everyone. Correct. It's for no one. Somewhere, a Starbucks employee just quietly removed extra hot from the menu in solidarity. 23. The chainsaw carving fail. A man wanted to show off his life hack for speed wood carving. He duct-taped a chainsaw to a table to make a homemade sculpting machine. His wife begged him to stop. He said, "Relax, it's science." 5 seconds later, the chainsaw broke free and turned his backyard into an audition tape for Final Destination 12. No one died, but 3 lawn chairs and his dignity were fatally wounded. When police asked why he did it, he proudly said, "Efficiency." They replied, "You just invented chaos at 7,000 RPM. 24. The boiling water cleanse. A natural living influencer claimed that drinking boiling water detoxifies faster. Her followers tried it. So did she. The hospital staff said her throat looked like overcooked spaghetti. When interviewed, she insisted the idea worked. "I definitely feel cleansed." Yeah, because you no longer have a functioning esophagus. The doctor's official diagnosis, stupidity at 212 degrees Celsius. She later switched to ice therapy for balance. Humanity, meanwhile, switched her comments off for safety. 25. The nail gun shelf installation. A guy decided he didn't need brackets for his new shelf, just a nail gun and confidence. He held the plank in place with one hand, the trigger with the other. The first shot went clean through the board, the second through his hand, the third into his wall, perfectly mounting his own pain. As he waited for the ambulance, he muttered, "Well, it's level." His wife posted the photo online with the caption, "DIY, do injure yourself." Somewhere in heaven, Bob the Builder face-palmed so hard he caused a minor thunderstorm. 26. The solar-powered tanning bed. In Arizona, a man thought he could save on electricity by building a tanning bed out of aluminum foil and magnifying glasses. For 10 glorious minutes, it worked. He said he felt the sun's pure power. Then his makeshift contraption focused all that power on his thigh. When he stood up, he left behind a perfect scorch mark shaped like Florida. He told the paramedics, "I was harnessing nature. They said, nature just harnessed you." The only tan line he got was from the bandages. 27. The concrete garden table. A guy on a DIY forum decided to make his own outdoor table by pouring cement into a kiddie pool. He forgot to remove the pool. First, when it dried, he proudly flipped it over, only for the plastic to tear apart, trapping him ankle-deep in 300 pounds of homemade failure. He had to call his neighbor for help, who filmed the entire rescue. The clip hit 15 million views titled, "Man Becomes Furniture." The comments called it, "performance art in slow motion." He now eats every meal indoors, far away from concrete. 228. The ultimate hack, charging your phone in a microwave. We saved the best for last. A teen believed a viral meme that said microwaving your phone charges it instantly using thermal energy. He set it for 30 seconds. By 10 seconds in, the kitchen smelled like melted apocalypse. He opened the door, revealing what used to be an iPhone and was now a glowing pancake of regret. When asked by reporters why he did it, he said, "It worked for my friend's cousin." Sure, if "worked" means detonated. His parents grounded him, but technically, his phone already was. And that, dear viewer, was humanity's highlight reel of hazardous hacks. From boiling water to live electricity, we've officially proven. Common sense doesn't trend online. So tell me, which one deserves a Darwin Award in the comments below?